The Story of My Cat and How It Renewed My Faith by Prince George. I don't know if you believe in fate, but this is a story of my cat and how it renewed my faith. When it was born, I can't really tell, but I do remember when it was little, how it would climb, purr and meow at everything, how it would rub itself on my legs and wink. I always felt loved. Our story started at a time when, like all men, the atoms of my sanity wouldn't go here. I had experienced many down days, but this was different. I was on the verge of losing faith in God and in people. It started by questioning God on how He could waste precious day and clay on forming mankind only to reward them with free will. How could He be so naive or obtuse? Or He was telling a German joke. I was wishfully advocating for total human annihilation, not the Hitlerish kind of massacre, of course, but a subtle re-engineering of humans into a big body of ones and zeros, volitionless, flesh-breathing robots. Because in the grand scheme of the universe, they are a composite of Murphy's Law and bad luck. And if gifted with the power of gods, they would only hasten the half-life of the planet. It was on this road of blasphemy that I had an epiphany in the least expected being, my cat. I have always related to Bobby's fur colors and how they were distributed. I think they described my mood and state of mind. Different shades of black all over the trunk and pure white on the belly side. Being observant isn't my strong suit, but the little things Bobby did were difficult to ignore. I usually ate late, largely because I closed from work late and I loved eating late. Bobby knows I'll never give him the whole fish. The best I could do was to break off the tail and add a spoonful of stew, one that would not compromise the whole eating experience. Sometimes I deliberately forget. But every day with renewed strength, it comes around hoping I'll give it everything on my plate. I vividly remember the day the boys came around and we killed its mom. I lured her with the Valium-laced food. That very evening, Bobby rubbed itself on my legs like nothing had happened. Couldn't it smell the blood on my hands? Why didn't it jump onto my chest and yank my heart out in revenge? Sometimes I wonder how a big heart can fit into its tiny body. The bigger I sin, the bigger the welcome. I've always wanted to find a motive behind its actions, but some things can never be explained. Like my preference for the long road through the cemetery to the pharmacy where I work, like how God gave us free will knowing very well Satan's dish was more attractive, like the balance sheet of our lives revealing that despite our equities and assets, we still have a mountain of liabilities to surmount. I believe God's guarantee is hope, irrational and unwavering hope. Hope that mankind has the capacity to do good. Hope that despite everything, we will find our way back on that narrow path. Wisdom and rationality are rendered useless in the face of hope. Being imperfect is what makes us human. Even the Pope struggles, succumbing to the sinless things dogma has being the origin of our problems and confusion. Bobby's life and actions redefined my perspective. It taught me that despite all the darkness in the world, a perfect, brilliant rainbow still lingers. It taught me that God is never static nor dead. And as fate would have it, He revealed Himself in the form of my cat. I don't know if you believe in fate, but this was the story of my cat and how it renewed my faith.